Dear Journal, I'm in a park looking for caches and looking for a place to put a cache. Along the way I recorded instances of me asking questions, making statements, essentially only things that geocachers would be interested in. But the recordings were all junk, probably because deep down I know I'm just gonna narrate them later. Anyway, the first thing was a general question, perhaps even an age-old question. Is it better to hide or to seek? I like finding fun caches where available, but I also like reading when people think I put out a fun cache. But you can spend a lot of time trying to figure out a good place to hide a cache, and it eats into your find a cache time like a dog eats butt-flavored cookies. Not a sponsored message for butt-flavored dog cookies. My cache design, currently a secret, will require a little gizmo piece. The cheapest I see on Amazon is 10 buckaroos, plus some other minor expenses and some time. This leads me to my second thing, which is a question to all of you gadget cache makers, or at least the only one I have any conversation with. How do you suppress the fact that you are essentially throwing money at a random location that, and I know I'm jaded, will most likely go missing or get broken? Third thing, if you're playing along at home, you may recall a little short where I threw a trackable into the water. Well, I got a few messages and such asking me questions, and lo, it was indeed trickery. Made to appear I threw it in the water when in fact I used this clunky device to recoil the attached trackable up my sleeve while I threw a stone into the water. I will say this though, that trackable number has gotten around. Fun fact, unrelated to geocaching about this area I'm at, they have an annual rubber duck race that you can bet on. All the ducks have numbers on the bottom and we paid $20 for 5 numbers, much like a raffle. We didn't win anything, and in fact I managed to capture footage that may offend some of you that are really into rubber ducks.
Here, let's all just take another picture.
I don't know why, but that's hilarious to me. Get out of here, you ducks. It's funny because I can't seem to find any caches here today, or at least I can't catch a break on the foot traffic. It's a rainy weekday afternoon, but for some reason, there are 847 people here. Although I have noticed sometimes, and this is my fourth thing, that I will be out on a beautiful sunny day on the weekend, a nice summer's eve in a very public and beautiful park, and I will be geocaching all over the place and not run into anyone for hours. No hikers, no bikers, no fishermen or horseback riders, no disc golfers or butterfly enthusiasts, no one on the paved trails or the off-road trails, no boats in the water, no planes in the sky, and at first I'm like, cool, I got the place to myself. But then I start to think, what if this is some 28 days later scenario? What if it's a Night of the Comet type thing? Then I'm unusually grateful when I see someone finally. They probably wonder why this guy looks so relieved and is greeting them multiple times. Hey, how you doing? Hey man, good to see you. Alright, have a good day. My bad, sorry, I'm just so happy to not actually be in a Twilight Zone episode, which is a legitimate fear of mine, so shut up. And finally, a question I've been meaning to get an answer to for years and years, and it was sort of answered via a vote on Reddit posted by GeoElmo. Is geocaching a game or a hobby? I voted it's a game. It has rules and an objective, but clearly I am in the minority. I consulted artificial intelligence, which informed me that the main difference between a game and a hobby is that a game has specific rules and objectives that need to be followed to win or achieve success. A hobby doesn't necessarily have any set goals or objectives. A game usually involves competition between players, while a hobby is more of a personal pursuit. I don't know. I feel like you could apply both those thoughts to geocaching depending on the person playing. Just to see if the AI was on point, I asked it how many dogs and cats it takes to find a cache, and it wisely informed me that there is no specific number of animals required to find a cache. Okay, you win this round. I still feel its previous answer was somewhat ambiguous. Perhaps geocaching is an activity that is beyond labeling, Maybe it's a question that just doesn't want to be answered, like, should we all use our cell phones even though certain elements were made with child slave labor, or should I have eaten 14 deviled eggs at Aunt Betsy's retirement party? Is it a game or a hobby? Who cares, as long as it makes you happy, right? I think this user sums up how most of us feel about it when they say, last week I got poked in the eye with poison ivy while caching. Still, the highlight of my week. 10/10 would do it again. That's it for now. I welcome all comments, compliments, criticisms, rants. Hope you get out to do some caching and hope you all stay safe out there.